welcome to Market Matters. I'm Charlotte Chong, joined by Nadia, Hassan. Today, KLCI actually a little bit lackluster ahead of a short trading week.
Yes, I know.
Season.
Exactly. It's not been a good week for some. Did you see that thing about Miss Universe?
Yes, I did.
Did we see that?
We watched it. I sent the link to you.
Exactly. They crowned the wrong Miss Universe.
Yeah.
They had poor Miss Colombia stand there with her crown saying, yes, thank you very much.
It's so embarrassing.
Exactly. And then Miss Philippines was actually the winner. So she had to stand there like a lemon and give over a crown. Talk about bad weeks, right?
Yeah.
But well, that aside, yeah, like you said, KLCI was quite lackluster. Volume was only 1.83 billion, as worth about 1.57 billion. I think the reason also is that, like we mentioned, short trading week. We cannot mention it enough, right? We only are working 3 days this week.
Yeah, I'm so glad because of that. KLCI actually dropped 14.81 points, or near to 1%, to 1,629.09 points today. And like what you say, total volume is actually lesser than normal trading day.
That's because I think everybody's gone on holiday.
Yeah.
The fact of the matter is, I was watching everything CNBC, blah, blah, blah. They all basically said that there's not much expected on the news front this week for the very simple reason that I think a lot of people have gone on holiday. So unless somebody wants to be really sneaky and sneak someone by, I don't expect anything big in these 3 trading days unless they announce on Wednesday that they're declaring war or something.
Yeah, I think most of them have gone for holidays.
Most of them have gone skiing, I feel.
Probably. KLCI actually dipped 7% to date. So I don't think KLCI will actually close higher than when it began the year.
I don't think that's going to be the case. But anyway, if we look at the regional markets as well today, right? Nikkei's down about 0.37%. And here's the interesting thing. Japan's the only market that's actually not going to be closed on Christmas Day. So unless investors who basically haven't gone on a holiday, they might actually take a look because there's a whole bunch of numbers. November Consumer Price Index, unemployment rate, household expenditure survey, all in Japan. But I think a lot of people will just give these a bit of must. What did Shanghai do today?
Shanghai actually went up 1.77% today. Now, Asian shares as a whole, it actually went up today, but most of the share market in Southeast Asia actually down today because of the low oil prices. And the low oil prices actually hit energy shares in the region. Yeah. Now let's move on to Hotstocks of the day. Hotstocks, we have GSB Group Bhd. The company, they do manufacture optical disc storage, and they do CDs, DVDs, and CD-ROMs, DVDs as well.
For the
and
young
they are
ones
also involved in property investment.
Exactly. For the young one watching us, those are those big round discs with like shiny lights on them. Nobody buys, sadly, either DVDs anymore or even CD. I mean, I'm one of those old guys who buy CDs, but I think that business is definitely on the deathbed, so that's why they have to go into property.
I strongly believe that it is probably a sunset industry because a lot of people, they don't buy CDs anymore. They listen to Spotify when they want to.
They stream Apple Music.
And they watch movies through iFlix and Netflix.
Exactly. So the reason why I suppose they went up about 4.55% today was actually it went even higher, didn't it? About 9%. Fututech's director, Datin Toh Siew Chuon, has apparently taken up a 16.7% stake in the company for about 8.8 million.
Now, this director, Datin Toh Siew Chuon, along with Tay Eng Tiong, 37 years old, and Tay Eng Han, probably they are relatives, they have purchased 88 million GSB shares, or 16.7% stake for 8.8 million ringgit to a private vehicle called Jawa Warna Sdn Bhd.
Yeah, interesting names,
These actually bump up other shares as well. A lot of probably other investors think that this is a potential buy in the company.
But you see, I'm looking at the name of Datin Toh Siew Chuon, and forgive me, madam, but is she a corporate Jesus? Usually when you have people come in and buy new stakes in companies, you tend to see who they are. To be fair also, Fututech had an interesting year. They also had, in February, they injected 2 new construction companies. September, they said an order book would hit 2.68 billion. So what kind of confidence has this major shareholder? And above all, is she a silent one? Or is she going to do something about the company? I think that's the big question.
But the thing is, right, after she bought about 16.7% stake in the company, this company, Jawa Warna, will be the second largest shareholder in the company after Surya Bithara Sdn Bhd.
So what will Fututech, I mean, it's fine, she has Fututech there, but what's she going to bring to this company? What is in it that appeals to them? Is it the construction side?
It still remains to be seen what they are going to do with this company now.
Exactly.
To take it all home, shares actually soared as high as 9% today after Fututech director Datin Toh acquired 16.7% worth 8.8 million ringgit with the purchase of 16.7% stake in this company. Jawawarna will be the second largest shareholder in the company. Earlier, the group said proceeds from the placement is going to fund a property development in Klang worth about 58 million ringgit. Now, let's move on to stock with momentum. We have KPS Consortium Bhd today. It's a Selangor-based timber manufacturer, plywood trader. The company actually went up 9.09% to 54 cents today, pegged as positive momentum by The Edge Research.
The only one, actually. The only one, because like we were mentioning GSB, they were pegged with negative momentum. This is the only positive one on the list. So these guys do plywood, as you say, and I suppose a lot of wood companies have been on that bandwagon, right? The USD bandwagon. We've seen the numbers actually come in as pretty good. So maybe this is one reason why they're looking for the little fish. You know, the big fish is already overpriced. So maybe they're looking for the little fish. You know, they actually resolved a dispute earlier this year, which I think was good for them. Was it good for them? No, it wasn't good for them. Oh, it was good for them, yes.
Well, they are, the company, Shanghai City Sdn Bhd, they are going to pay KPS an amount of 12.65 million to settle out of court. Now, the thing is, right, recall that KPS had on July 6, 2012, about 2 years back, entered into an SPA with Shanghai City to acquire 9 parcels of land together with 7.5-story building at Jalan Walter Greener. Actually, I Googled it. Jalan Walter Greener is actually in Bukit Bintang.
Is it?
Yeah.
Clearly,
we haven't heard of that name before,
I think, to be fair, when you go down to town, it's a real big mess. So I don't know where anything is anymore. Roads that were suddenly one way, there now you can do two-way. And I know it's confusing, especially if you don't work in KL like we do.
Now, actually, I dig a little bit deeper on the SPA that they have signed in 2012. They say initially they wanted to utilize part of the properties to house its corporate. Because initially I thought they want to tear down the buildings and build new ones on the same area because it's very valuable, that parcels of the land.
But they're obviously not, aren't they?
Yeah,
they
are
actually
not.
still see it as, well, they can only take up so much, by the way. They're not Petronas with like thousands and thousands of staff. They did say the corporate administration office, any surplus will be rented out. So I suppose if you make it attractive, and we have to remember that you know, commercial space is still a bit of a glut at the moment. So it's going to be, they're doing the wise thing, I think.
Let's take a look at financial result. Net profit actually up 25%, 2 million. Revenue up 5.7% to 117.5 million. To take it all home, it has settled an out-of-court case with Shanghai City Sdn Bhd, and Shanghai City Sdn Bhd is going to offer them 12.65 million ringgit. Former MD Koh Po Sing has been mopping up shares in the company. He has about 44.91% stake in the company currently. Third quarter results were better because of higher demand from customers.